everybody, and welcome to this playthrough for Rookie Division in the Ventura Open Tournament. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also visit golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash related content. You can become a master in this game and also give yourself an advantage over your opponents by becoming a Patreon. Link to patreon.com and the best guides on the market is in the description down below. On the right side, you will see info boxes, and the info box will have the elevation for the drive, elevation for the second shot, and then you also have the club and the ball that is suggested. If you don't know how to adjust for elevation, or just want, you maybe want to learn, there is a video here on YouTube that is called "Learn How to Adjust for Elevation" by me. So just make a YouTube search or check out the playlist here on the channel. It's gonna be an interesting tournament. I do believe we are going to see a lot of drops here, and I'm going to give you a lot of shots here. It's gonna get you either super duper close or it's gonna be in. So let's go to hole number one. For hole number one, we're going to play with the driver that gives us the most distance. Reason for that is because otherwise we're going to have to change ball, and we do want to stay with a power steer ball here because frankly we don't really need much more. Marlin ball to give ourselves a little bit of side spin, and we're playing with max side spin 2.5 bar and also 4.5 bar top spin, trying to get to the top left corner there at 327 yards. We take that one again because it went really quick. 4.5 bar top spin, 2.5 bar side spin to the right. We aim for the bottom right of the first fairway. No curl. You can use curl if you want to, but I rather want us to stay away because curl is inconsistent and we live on consistency. If we can have a consistent drive, we then can dial in the second shot much easier. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Second shot we play here with a kingfisher. Why do I play with a kingfisher? Because I don't even have the thorn or the hornet unlocked. So I'm trying to use the ball guideline here to aim directly at the pin. Unfortunately, you're going to see me hit great here. But the thing that you're going to do as per adjustment, we're going to adjust this one for medium distance of our club, no elevation, and then we're going to be close. 4 bars of backspin is fine. You can use less as well. You can set up the second shot in many different things. But the most key things here is no elevation, medium distance after that drive. I would prefer the thorn or the hornet over the kingfisher all day and every day. For hole number two, we are going to play this one like we do in the golden shot. Power 1 ball. And now we're going to go up and use the fringe as a reference here. Plus 1 yard mark. I'm playing this one with 3.2 bars backspin, 1 bar of left spin. And the reason I said we play this one as the golden shot is because we have played this one so many times in the golden shot and it works really well. Now we're going to adjust for maximum distance with a 20% over adjustment. And then it's time to take our shot. And the important part here though is always hit perfect. With underdeveloped clubs, we do have a very bad accuracy, so a great ball will never be close. Now we're coming just to the right of the pin, maybe a little bit too hot, so we would need to back up a little bit, but we are super duper close to getting that one in front hole in one. As said, maximum distance, 20% over adjustment. Play with a long iron that gives you minimum 3 bars of backspin, otherwise you will always come in too hot. Navigator as a power 1 ball if I can choose. For hole number 3, we play with the extra mile. We also do play with a Marlin ball. Why do we play with a Marlin ball on a par 5? It's because we don't need anything else. Like, why play with a ball that we can then save to a better situation? And therefore we play with a Marlin ball here and using 3 bars of top spin, 2.5 bar side spin to the left. And we adjust maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, and then we just take our shot. We're gonna see the ball coming in here on the left hand side. Now we see that the ball coming very close to the rough there, and if we are unlucky, that ball will roll into the rough. So what do? We change. We play only 2 bars of top spin for the drive, not 3. So 2 bars of top spin, 2.5 bar side spin to the left. Then we will have some room if, because there is always a risk to get a little glitch when it comes rolling there on the fairway. 2 bars of topspin, gonna be the best. Second shot, we play with the Viper or the Sniper. Here, hear me out. Sniper if you have it in level 4 plus. Otherwise, we play with the Viper. So in this case, having a Sniper level 1, it makes me play with the Viper. I'm using 3 bars of backspin, aiming for the hole, and then we adjust. And this time, we do adjust medium distance of our club, and we hit the ball perfect. This is a very good chance for an albatross, and we can see we come in hot, but right at the pin for a nice little albatross. So rather come in a little bit too hot, obviously, than come in a bit short. There is a funnel on the right hand side, but the funnel is possible to play if you do have a good ball guideline to play with. With lower level clubs like Viper, Sniper, we don't have a ball guideline to use the funnel, and therefore we go directly at the pin. For hole number 4, we're playing with a long iron, and we're playing here in the center of the fairway. Please have in mind that playing with a long iron with a good accuracy and ball guideline is preferred, and therefore I would choose the backbone over the Goliath. 1 bar of right spin and 1 bar of backspin, trying to get the ball guideline to point directly at the hole. Medium distance with a 10% over adjustment is what we're playing. And obviously now we're going to try to hit perfect. The only thing that I would like to tweak on this hole here is to give ourselves a backbone first and foremost and reduce the backspin. We don't need the backspin bar there because you can see we're directly at the pin. By using 1 bar backspin we go short. So again, backbone, marlin, 10% over adjustment, medium distance, and no backspin, but keep the 1 bar right spin. This is going to be a tough hole here on hole number 5 for players with underdeveloped clubs, because a great ball here could be devastating. 4.5 bar side spin to the left, and then you can see there that I'm using 4.5 bar topspin. I would say that 4.5 bar topspin is a little bit too much, and I would want us to go back and we play with 3 bars of topspin instead. The reason we don't want to go too far is because of the trees that you can see on the top of the game screen here. Those trees will be in play, and if you are too much to the right, that's going to be very difficult to get around them. The power 3 ball, just mentioned that with the drive once again. It's not a must for the drive, but for the second shot it's going to be an absolute must, because you're gonna see we have a long way to go here now, and now it's very, very important to get this ball just to green. I don't care where I'm going to be on the green, except for one thing: don't go short. If you do go short, so you just roll into the green, you will have a putt that is going to be too long that even if you max overpower, you will not reach for the green. So rather make sure that you use topspin so you can get that ball to roll, if so past the pin, that you use too much. 4.5 bar topspin, 4.5 bar side spin to the right always. And then we're going to play with somewhere between 1 to 5 bars topspin, depending on how much distance you do have with your driver. If you go too far to the right with your drive, you will have to use curl to curl around the trees. And then we're going to use approximately half a ball, just to have that set if we mess up our drive. No elevation for the second shot. For hole number 6, we're going to go for green. We have nothing else to, to focus on. Here I play with an extra mile level 4, which is a very low level driver, and we do need to play with maximum backspin with extra mile level 4. So 3 bars of backspin is what we're gonna play, 4.5 bar side spin to the right, and we are in maximum distance. Have in mind, playing with a higher level extra mile will not be entirely max distance for you. And, having that in mind means too that you need to back up a little bit if you do have a higher level extra mile. We're going to take this drive again, as you're going to notice here now that with an extra mile level 4, we get into, you can see the tree on the right. Look at that as a reference. That high is where you do want to go. Maximum distance, 10% over adjustment, power 3 ball. half a ball of curl, which is maximum on extra mile level 4, which is not maximum on some other high level extra mile, but half a ball of curl right is what I do want us to do. And then the ball is going to bounce and we're going to come in hot, so that the hole in one is not really there. But using the curl makes us push us more to the right, which means that the bunker to the left is basically out of play. So curl, very, very important there. And again, have in mind that you need to tweak your setup depending on the level of your driver. Power 3 ball is, however, though, a must to get that ball to the green. And this is going to be a must eagle here on hole number 6. Here we once again play with the Goliath when I want you to play with the backbone, if you can choose. Sometimes we cannot choose and then it is what it is. Marlin ball, 2.5 bar side spin to the left, 3 bars of backspin is what we do want to have. Then we're going to try to get the ball guideline to point directly at the pin with the second bounce just above the rough. Very important to not have the second bounce further in front, because if you come in too hot here, you will roll down the slope on the left hand side and then it's bye-bye, because you cannot reach with your putter. Now, hitting a bad, great shot to the right with the Goliath is never going to be close. So the focus is obviously not the end result here. The focus is, if we hit a great ball to the right or to the left, we will not be close. With a perfect, we will be close. But that's also speaking towards the backbone, which has a better accuracy than the Goliath, especially in a lower level. And therefore, a great shot will not be affected as much with the backbone, even though you won't be getting it in the hole, but it won't be affected as much, which is very valuable with underdeveloped clubs. Marlin, backbone, 10% over adjustment, medium distance. For hole number 8, we are going to have a good opportunity for the eagle if we can make the drive good. Now we're going to play one of the more aggressive drives in this rookie playthrough, but I think it's almost a must here. I'm going to explain why in just a bit. 4.5 bar side spin to the right, which means that you can play with even a side spin 2 ball here. I use the katana to give myself the distance, so I'm not going to struggle with, especially with a lower level club. If you do have like XMI level 6, 7, 8, then I would strongly advise you to play with a power 1 ball instead and save your power 2 balls. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Gonna get the ball to bounce on the fairway, and then we're going to have the ball to roll nicely up here on the fairway without obviously risking the rough on the top or on the left or on the right. Second shot is also 10% over adjustment, and you can see there that we are very close to maximum distance, probably around, 80% of our club here. 3 bars of backspin with top of the yellow ring by the rough line, and then obviously ball guideline to the hole. Now we are going to adjust maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. I think that's very important to have in mind, that even if we're not entirely in max distance, we are going to play max distance numbers. Now, after we adjust, we are going to take our shot and get this ball hopefully in its hole. Important on this hole here to just have said, as I explained in the beginning, I'm going to explain why we do play to the right, the much more aggressive route. This is the reason. If we make the drive correct, which we should be able to do even with a great ball, we will be having a super good opportunity, because if you go on the left, the only thing you have is to get the birdie, because you don't have a shot for the pin because of all the obstacles in your way. Have that in mind. Therefore, a little bit aggressive route there to the right, but if we can just manage to do that, the eagle is definitely going to be good. Last but not least, we do have hole number 9, and for players in rookie with underdeveloped clubs or lower level clubs will have a big problem with this hole here. The reason that you will have a big problem is because we do need to have a club with curl. That's why I choose the quarterback level 4 over every other drive I'm having. We do need to use at least 1 to 1.5 ball curl left here. I'm using max side spin to the left and 2 bars of top spin, trying to gain as much distance here at the top. A power 5 ball would obviously not be bad, but we don't really need that from first tee. So like a power 3 ball is, however, a must in my opinion. a kingmaker, due to its side spin, is very, very valuable. And you can see that I'm aiming very close to the rough. And I'm taking this drive again so we can repeat and we can watch it again, because this one we really need to push. We really need to have a good drive to position ourselves for the second shot. So now after that, we're going to play the second shot uphill. An uphill adjustment is going to be minus 10%, which means that the ball is affected less by the wind. Now I'm using a little bit of backspin, which is 2.5 bar and 1 bar of side spin to the right. My plan here is not to go for the pin. My plan is to go for the green and just take the eagle, because you can see the bunker, the rough and the sloped green. There is so many things that could mess up so much for you. And aiming too close to the pin, trying to go there and then a great left, then it's bye-bye. Or not maybe bye-bye, but it's at least hello sand, hello rough. So we just want to play this one to green. Use a little curl to the right, like just a little bit, to stay away from the trees. If you notice that the ball guideline is clipped off by the trees, make sure to use a little bit more so you don't struggle and clip the trees and go short. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Rookie Division with the tournament win in the Ventura Open Tournament video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you get the best guides on the market by becoming a patron. Link to patreon.com/golfclashtommy is in the description down below. Video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Don't forget to hit thumbs up before you go. Thank you and good luck in the tournament.